back to the brand new The Odyssey show, the tonight's news right here. It's your boy Odyssey in the house. Well, we got another day, another episode, but things will be gone far too sooner, because we're gonna have to post this in something better, Just all let you know, it's always a clean day, without the fire tornadoes that we see in the last episode, it's just pretty scary, but and then they found out the big update. There's been around here in California after the fire tornadoes and the rest of the wildfires in the entire northern area and the particle area is about 1.6 million acres. It's the scariest shit to watch. If you know about something that's scarier in California, you gotta be extra careful if you want to move out around here towards down to the Southern California. You'll be safe down there. You know what I mean? And it'll be easier to stay in touch. Touch with the leaders and touch with the people that we should be giving. Because we are freedom. Because California is all about freedom. And also we got short breaking news. The United States of America has 49 states. well, they're going to have to deal with it in the next 2 months, see whatever's about the measure, see how many they got. But too many lesser states for the Republicans, they voted about like 31. But I think this is still up and minded. But we've got some updates out there. But we heard about there's something what's going to complain right now because, I think they're going to have to impeach the POTUS. We don't know who's going to take it another one to another, so. Well, to scrap my mind and see what's going to happen. The next theory that's going to open up. And I'm going to give you a flyer that you're going to end up to have this coolest questions that you need to know about 6 each news that I'm going to tell you. And there's subjection news. So don't forget about that and see how that shit come from. So I'll let you know, see what it says. Okay, here's the first one. Breaking news. A lot of people are just been having no cure for AIDS. And a lot of AIDS people in California are like 4 million people. Well, at least it was like few, I think. Because few million, I think. Because Southern California, they're trying to find the cure for AIDS, but there is no cure for AIDS. But no cure for AIDS is a joke. Because we thought that was, I just saw it for the vine, and we thought it was going to be the rope that you're going to throw on somebody to hit something on the water or something like that, and you wouldn't cure yourself. But it's funny because you didn't eat like a maruchan, like me, because I eat maruchan. I love maruchan because I used to eat those. It was one of my favorite soups of all time. It's a good soup that can cure for AIDS. Or, even better than that, you can just eat rice. You can eat like one of those international rice. Or even better, the Japanese soups. Think about it. Because Maruchans, they came from the cure from their AIDS. And then things are going to have to go faster. You know what I mean? Because if the lungs can depress you or cells that can come around in the area on your arms or whatever that's coming to disease, it's coming out what the AIDS are just come from. Like Eazy-E has one before he passed away. Just be careful on that one. Same thing with Magic Johnson, because I care about that much of that dude since he was from Michigan. So you be careful on that one. So that's all we need to be careful on that one. So we'll look into it and see what happens. Alright, well, breaking news. The X Games is just what became the sports popular for today in California. Just about like few to several million views. Or maybe like 100,000 or something. Well, people haven't watched those. Well, back in the days, there used to be like Tony Hawk views, like back in the X Games years, A lot of Americans just enjoy it. But now, this is just today's the Californians, because people can just get so bored about the skateboarding watchers. But Californians do, because, like, the views are just counted as just a little boring. But I haven't watched the X Games lots of times, but it's a little to confess me, like, since like last 3 years ago when I went to the skate park over there in Napa, and then plus the same porting shit that I look over there, because I've been trying to go watch it over there, and that is why I never been paying attention on skateboard. But skiing could be still being a part of the X Games right there, or surfing, or snowboarding, or something like that. Because I've been playing one of those games before when I was like 5 years old, when I started when I have a birthday party, when they have the PS1 and the some of those games that I've been playing before. Those are the classics I've been playing before. I used to play like maybe snowboarding or Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. You know, those were my classics when I was like 5. You know what I mean? Those are my classics. But I didn't get the Tony Hawk Pro Skater for the first time, since I was the first Californian dude to play those games like that. It so gives me more interest, and I love to play it too. This helps me before I have to grow up, something making more creativity as a perfect professional rapper, to create one of their own style instead of using those Chicago styles or American styles like East Coast and all that shit. But this is how it helps me to develop me as a better core rap star to gain in the future. You know what I mean? That's how it helps me to relieve as a rapper. That was about it. Okay, so I'm gonna give you another news. Alright, so breaking news. The Indians just could reserve some more casinos in California where all the owners are gonna have to take care of them unless they have to deal with free reservations and low income for this year. Well, there is gonna be luxury taxes going on, but they can still give away money for free unless welfare states are gonna have to invert all those casinos and shit. But there is gonna be like a lot of them, especially Lake Tahoe too. But the Indians are gonna have to deal with that too, because we know there's about like culture. We know this is about this country is gonna have to deal with all those without straws that are gonna be around here to ban or some kind of stuff. But needs to be get a little bit more income in this complex in this country, because they need to do it separated on states, state by state, you know, like divided. You know what I mean? Because there is no way, if we can bring casinos in, to have their owners to let with you. Like it did in Apple, like billboards or the other edge of a casino. There's no way. And I tried to do that, but there's so many closest place that's next to Napa High, but that's a little too extension to think about that stuff. If you want to think about it, raise your damn shit. Cause I ain't gonna tell you how much money they can send it off from the reservation for the welfare states, cause it's none of your business. And don't ask me how much this tax is worth for the money since the 16th to 18th. It's none of your business, but you gotta challenge yourself as a better representative of the country of the United States of America. You know the rules, my friend. Alright, let's give another one. Alright, breaking news. The Californians got the one of the favorites to watch is the Black KK Klansman, which became the #1 movie of the Californians movie of all time in theaters. Well, it's all about like one of those racist stuff that you shouldn't get involved to, but because, you know, well, we talking about watching about the music of the Southern is the last game we're talking about, but things gets more racial than the other kind of stuff, especially for like extended versions. Well, that's gonna get more ugly to think about that stuff. Because, you know, this movie is about like if you're getting them disrespected for their groups between the Africans and the KKK, but things just gets really badly to go against, attack each other against one of us or whatever, because, you know, the purge is coming, because we don't know when it's gonna start, because this is already nighttime, and how the hell we were gonna save the laws and one of those Latinos and all that shit to praise their gods, Franciscan's Trinity. And how are we gonna do that? I could save the world. You know what I mean? Because in the next 100 years, it would be the most states in California to make something to prove better. You know what I mean? And we know that those racism in America is making and demanding booming stuff that can make racist slur to go around us. You know what I mean? Because they hate Jews, they hate Indians, they hate Mexicans. You know what? That's racist. You just should never say that. If we're not Mexicans, we're Californians. Because we're the brand new name. And you don't know what the word mean is. So don't be racist. So don't be racist. Okay, well, in this plot right there, summary, you need to be like more, in this definition, you gotta be extra careful where you're expecting to these people in an entire group to go against attack each other. And you know, they can be brutality, they can go on protest, they can go on to deal with the society like they did at the Death in the Nation, because, you know, the movie happens when they clear it off. You know, like Death in the Nation, Black Lives Matter, KK Klicksman, but, well, it makes a little difference when most of the people there have to watch to it. You know what I mean? But it makes a lot of sense when people don't care about America no more. You know? Same thing with the East Coast, they're going to end up 62, so who knows? This might be a new journey. Okay, so here we go. Breaking news. The California's #1 fast food restaurant of all time for this year, though, we're just flowing back all the way to the top, is the In-N-Out Burger. Just ranked to become the better #1 rank in America. It is also in California as well too, because the California is totally underrated with In-N-Out burgers. Well, I've been there before, but I'm not gonna tell anything about the secret formula, because it's none of your business. You don't want to know. But this is something. It's so very juicy, but you don't want to know that stuff. It's really fresh, but you can't say it in the front of the picture in the video. You know what I mean? And plus, no comments, because you don't want to get no offensive. And plus, those 2 burgers are just looks really good. They got the double cheeseburger. They got the original burger, animal fries. You know, and then there was a number 3. It looks like a plain cheeseburger. Well, it's not that bad, but if you get one of those good juicy ones, chiles are just too really good for all those Mexican style spreads. You know, you could get more attention for that stuff. You know, because I was been overjoyed to that stuff since I was like a big kid back then. You know what I mean? I've never been to In-N-Out since like when the new place got open, since like in the mid 2000s, I think. Cause it's just